Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's never gonna lose another run of the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. 22 wins in a row. So far so good. Oh, that's not so great. 4KNP93SJ with a Mr. Meeseeks. DPS is not horrendous. Oh. Oh boy. Not messing about here in the very, very early game, are they? Just be cool. Our speed is acceptable. We should be able, and we just did, to escape from any of those bombs. So that's one of the more dangerous rooms we would expect to come across. As is this one, to be honest with you. Please die. I can't believe you lived that long. So far we're handling things exactly the way we're supposed to. Stay as safe as possible. Let's go. That is exactly what we need to keep ourselves alive, so I'm going to stick with that. And whoo! Take a deep breath. Because hear me, NKG, come naked out from... Okay, well, we lived for now. And things could change as time goes on, but, you know, we've worked our way, out of a lot of those situations recently. A lot of 1 HP starts that have, you know, managed to get better fast enough that I'm at least thankful that they got there, you know? 1 HP is not that bad as long as, you know, inevitably you're going to take damage. The thing is, you just want to take damage as late as possible so you got the maximum chance to, I mean, not eat it, basically, is what it comes down to. You know, to have gotten a Spirit Heart or an HP upgrade in the meantime. And that's like, you're not going to find too many situations in which I'm very happy to pick up the Rosary, but this is definitely one of them. So what do we need now? Well, a permanent lifeline would be nice. You know, some kind of defensive upgrade so we're not perpetually relying on the Spirit Hearts that the game is nice enough to be giving us so far, but, you know, that can change at any moment. And, of course... really, more rate of fire is kind of the biggest thing apart from that. Wouldn't mind picking up a useful Tears upgrade as well. Or a Tears effect, I should say. Now, what we also want to do is take advantage of our spacebar item, which is unique within Isaac. It's not just, hey, I do damage, or hey, I, you know, give you a consumable. It's, hey, I can steal things for you. And I think out of these, we'd actually most like to steal... Well, disregard. Hey, I guess sometimes it just gets rejected. So that's okay. It's not like I was relying on that to give me bombs that would allow me to compensate for our relatively pedestrian DPS or anything like that. It was mostly just like, I just thought it would be fun for a laugh. We could buy Pokego. We may buy Pokego. It'll require us to blow up our donation machine once or twice. Dude, how many times in a row have we gotten Cube of Meat as our first item? I'm not upset, it's usually a pretty great item to get. Maybe not exactly what we need at the present moment, but not bad. Okay. This is a little bit of a gentler increase in power from our last run. On our last run, we kind of got strong real quickly. Like, things were tough for the briefest of moments, and then, you know, it pretty much instantly, by the time we got to the second floor, we were starting to roll. This one still leaves a little bit to be desired here. Alright. I don't think we buy Pokego. I think we just leave, get ready for the next floor, and we're hoping for a bit of a transformative item room, deal with the devil sort of situation. Great news is, extremely good odds of getting a deal with the devil. And hopefully another crack at using Mr. Meeseeks or something. I don't know if I used it wrong. That's a possibility. Small rock would be excellent. Spirit Heart and a key is also okay. Hopefully, just keep that momentum going. I don't think... I guess we could... If we send him over the rocks, does he get pills for us? Like, would he bring those pills back? It's a bit of an ask right now, because I don't really want him to bring me back, you know, a Tears downgrade or something like that, but, man, that doesn't really seem worth it either. I think we just stay the course for now. Oh my god. Cuba Meat, immediately after besmirching its good name, it was like, hey, how about I block the first bit of damage you would have taken on this entire run? Thank you so much for your help. Looks like we might have enough money to buy something from the shop if our deal goes south again. Which, I don't like Mr. Meeseeks as an item for the most part, because I kind of feel like... I don't like too many items whose effects rely on a random roll. Now, the exception, and this is why, like, I didn't explain myself too well right there. We might as well, I guess. You know, a D infinity... Or, well, let's not talk about the D infinity. One sec. Let's go. A D100, for example, might seem like it has a random roll, but its effect is the same every single time, you know? Like, it's always gonna reroll your entire run, whereas Mr. Meeseeks, you're like, please work. Now, the exception to the rule was actually not one of the D items, but was Omega Penny, until it stopped working forever on the chest that you could get on the chest. So as a result, now I'm just like, 50-50. Most of the time, I don't think it's worth using. You may agree or disagree with that sentiment, but it's okay. Alright, so Sackboy, again, you've heard me talk about this item a lot. It's so good that it's actually annoying. That might be exactly what we need right now, just to ensure we got a great chance of victory here. And that was an awful lot of consumables for essentially no cost. Can we steal deals with the devil? If so, I'd start to, you know, there's always a chance on Eden runs. That's where you grow an appreciation for items that otherwise, you know, seem relatively unusable. I know Mr. Meeseeks, you can also use him to deal damage to bosses, for example, but that sort of thing isn't my bag, baby. As Austin Powers would say, Rip Vern Troyer. It's not insensitive. That's actually just the way I have a heartfelt tribute, is by saying rip. I should probably grow up. So can you steal this brimstone for me? Nice try. It's the thought that counts. And now it's run for me. Wait, let's try this again. It's one for me if you steal my brimstone. Not something hard to see. If you steal my brimstone, my brimstone. We actually are going to get more HP out of it as well. And then we're going to get more money out of it. Wow. This is extremely great. Obviously, the brimstone pickup is extremely good. I don't think it puts us quite in exactly one-run territory, but we're getting there now. Fat Odd Mushroom did give us a speed downgrade. But it's not like that compensates for the positives, obviously. So I took one of these blasting cap trinkets, and I don't know, man, I'm willing to give it a chance. Rate of fire is just absolutely horrendous right now. What is this? AWAS. Dude, I can't leave. I'm sorry. I would like to. I'm gonna hermit out. Let's do that. Can you steal an item for me? The great thing about the stealing is that it also restocks. So we'll take those options, and we'll take the Bible for the price of free. Well, for the price of 7 cents, I should say, but at least it gets rid of the debuff from getting the rosary. Which, I want to point out, we're still kind of rolling on those rosary hearts from earlier. We've had a few hearts show up from alternative sources, but not too many, so I'm still eager to see if we can get some kind of defensive upgrade. We really, like, for this run to be a guaranteed win, instead of just in all likelihood we're probably going to win, we need tiers, HP, defense. HP and defense kind of the same category, I suppose. But it is good right now. The only thing I will say is you can see, like, when we're fighting a boss, little on the slow side. You know, it takes forever for a charge to charge up, and probably a more elegant way to phrase that sentence, but, you know, and then the damage is not underwhelming necessarily, but there's certainly room to grow. I was lucky. And we're good. No deal? Deal? Deal, okay. That's kind of an easy choice back there, right? Do you want a speed upgrade or a speed upgrade that comes with a pill? I think that they're comparable levels of speed. So we'd rather have the pill. Not necessarily by much, but depends if it's good or bad. It was good, so I'm glad to have it, I should say. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. So probably the right way to actually use Mr. Meeseeks is to not just buy the second item that shows up. I guess the real value... It's always nice to come at these items with fresh eyes. You know, because I've had Mr. Meeseeks before in the past, and I've been like, I don't really get it. You know, it might steal you a couple items. It just seems like kind of a... roughly comparable to the coupon, which is another item I think is a little bit overrated, but has a similar effect. Ah, it hurts. Yeah, give me Callus instead. And not the French-Canadian swear word. Google DeepMind. Sure. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I'm starting to... Now that I got a chance to reevaluate it, I'm starting to realize maybe the value is that if you get some lucky rolls... There's more? Oh, hello. If you get some lucky rolls, you can get multiple items from the shop instead of just stealing one shop item for free. So, I'm starting to think that there might be more to this item that meets the eye by a little bit. I still dislike when items, rely is the wrong word, but are gated by sort of a coin flip. Which is ironic considering my, my love of Zane. But you know, the Zane rests on a bedrock of, stability. That's why the transformations are so good, is you're way more open to Zane if you know you're always going to have Spawn, or you know you're always going to have Guppy. Makes the consequences a little less great, which is, you know, pretty much exactly what I'm looking for. Is having the appearance of Zane, and the fun of Zane, while simultaneously not throwing myself at too much risk of a loss. You know what, we've taken Guppy's head so frequently lately. I'm going to stick with Mr. Meeseeks, because I believe that this item, it has the power to succeed here. I'm mostly happy to have just gotten a Guppy item. It makes me very happy. We'll head down to the next floor, way behind schedule, but that's life. Not a huge problem for us when you consider, you know, our forward momentum on this run. Possibly a second secret room. And with this many consumables, we... Ooh! Can't really say no. Now, are there any other items on the shop? No. Technically, though, we should probably still do, like, Mr. Meeseeks try to steal a Spirit Heart. Thank you so much. And then, I mean, I like the Hermit card, but there's probably going to be a better rune. Onsus for the next floor is probably better. Black rune. We did leave a Bible in there, right? So, get a damage and luck upgrade. Everything's starting to turn up here. We got Strength, High Priestess, Hermit, Onsus, the Gauze. We'll pop the Gauze right now, and things get 10% more bright. We'll use Mr. Meeseeks to try to steal a Spirit Heart. Thank you so much. There's another battery charge back here. Maybe he has a different percentage chance to steal consumables versus full items? I don't know. Use him to take another Spirit Heart, maybe? Nah, that time he got rejected. Alright. Dude, that was actually really good. I'm starting to come around now. It was a lot of the battery charges from Sackboy did it for us there. It's not necessarily Mr. Meeseeks, but Mr. Meeseeks was there to help out. Alright, we're going for full Guppy Dream. That's not likely to have a Guppy chance. And you know I'm looking for a payout from this item. Because we forewent? Does that make sense? I think forewent is actually a real word. That's why English is stupid. Gone and foregone are two words that have nothing to do with each other. But they follow the same rules of conjugation that gone and went do. But anyway, I'm not gonna... You know, I always beat the drum of English is a poorly designed language, even though I love to speak it. It's its complexities that make it beautiful. Like the One Direction song. What do we have? Devil... Might as well hold it. was kind of hoping for something a little bit better, but yeah, we forewent, or have foregone, Guppy's head in order to take Mr. Meeseeks. So, I'm not saying it has to give us the Guppy transformation by itself to be worthwhile, but I will say if it gave us the Guppy transformation, I'm not going to be offering too much negativity here. Now, you are a very interesting individual, but in the interest of not ruining my run accidentally, with Curse of the Unknown active right now, I'm not going to give you any HP, because I think it's just not the right time for it. If we didn't have Curse of being unable to see our HP, it'd be a different story. You know what's weird, dude, is like, you know, we think of this as if it's a curse. Wait, should we be using this on the item pedestal? Maybe it restocks the item pedestal as well, in which case I'm starting to come around to the power of this item. But for now, you know, we look at it as if it's a negative, that you can't see your own HP. But do we not, as humans, go through life without the ability to see our own HP? Really makes you think. You know, I could be on 1 HP right now and not know it. I could be on 1,000 HP, or unlimited HP right now and not know it. It's just, I wouldn't even say it's a scary thought. It's just, you know, food for thought. And really, 3,000 episodes into the Isaac series, anytime I find a tangent like that, I'm happy to to try to make it work. We got trapped on the wrong side there. So there's another battery charge in the item room. Hold up. Never gonna make boss rush on this run, but that's okay. We're learning the value of a new item here. We got compass for free. Oh, we got starter deck for free. Now there may be a battery charge somewhere here, but I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to leave. We'll see if we get a Sackboy battery charge. No, rusted key. Sure. Oh, wait. Callus, walk on the spikes. Battery charge. He's doing it. I don't actually want Broken Modem. I think Broken Modem is kind of terrible. So we don't want Moving Box either, even though there can be some fun had with that item. Now we'll take Rusted Key. Alright. Still desperately seeking a Tears upgrade. We may actually have lucked out and gotten a chance at Boss Rush as well. So if you don't mind, give me a teleport card as well. We're definitely going to try to do everything because, you know, Boss Rush is the perfect example of, like, strike while the iron's hot. If your run's great, do Boss Rush and it'll probably get greater. If your run sucks, do not skip anything to do Boss Rush, except in, like, rare circumstances. Right now, our run does not suck. We have Brimstone. But it could be better. The best way for it to become better... Yeah, let's do it. The best way for it to become better is to, you know, go to every room, but hopefully do so quickly enough that we can also still make it the Boss Rush. Because Boss Rush, you know, it's an item. And every item carries the chance to be something amazing. Hey, if we get lucky, we might even get Brimstone. See, that's a joke because I'm... What item could I possibly be asking for now that we got maybe the item that correlates most with victory in the game? Everybody's got an example of a run where Brimstone was picked up and didn't give him a win. But, I don't know, man. Between Brimstone and Mom's Knife, I still might take Brimstone on the regular. Okay, so we want to try this. No, it's unfortunate. By the way, I love the idea of homing Tears with this run, but unfortunately, it does not work in the 10 out of 10 way that I thought it might, where if it gave us a respawn there, a respawned item, I should say, we'd be in love. Hermit's a teleport card, World, Death. So we're gonna now, now that we have the Hermit card, I think we're just gonna rush to the boss room. And start forgetting these sacks, because they're gonna be annoying. I think we have a reasonable chance to make it. This could be a huge turnaround for this run. Already, it's probably sitting at, like, close to an 8 out of 10. And it's an 8 with upside. This is not, you know, like a 35-year-old NHL player who's an 8 out of 10. This is like a 19-year-old NHL player who's an 8 out of 10. You know, they could be a 10 in the future. Just, you know, if Elias Pettersson manages to bulk up maybe another 15 pounds, you know, we're talking about a potential first-line superstar in the NHL, for those of you who follow the Vancouver Canucks, or alternatively, the Swedish Elite League. Look, for me, Kanakabrod is not just a food, it's a lifestyle. Alright, we're gonna make Boss Rush. It's like a carbon copy of our last run. We got Green Bloat. And then we're gonna have the mom fight. We're not stepping on creep somehow. Man, that was insanely lucky. Speed, we need tears. I don't think we're one away from spun, so yeah, that tears upgrade actually was like a 30% increase in charge, or 30% decrease in charge time, which is amazing. And look at that, we just crushed mom. Grab the Polaroid. Out of these, none of them are amazing, but we'll grab the spun enabler. And it looks like the rest of this floor is going to go pretty quickly. I just like to pop the Hanged Man to get it out of my system, more or less. Would have been a lot better to use it on this room. You know, not that valuable. We got so many of each consumable. We're still, oh, get ready, it's 2 p.m. So first you get malware bites, and then in like 30 seconds we should have Adobe Creative Cloud that goes like, would you like to update? At this point it's like, welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to the same push notifications that you laughed about. Who'd have thought they need you? Wait, I got it backwards. Yeah, what did I tell you? Back there where they need you. You guys like Welcome Back Kotter? Look, I don't think Welcome Back Kotter is a good television program, but it has one of the best theme songs in sitcom history. And of this, there can be no debate. You know, it's not good enough. It's really good, but we don't have explosive tiers. I kind of resent the existence of that item right now. You know what, Mr. Meeseeks, you served us well. We did get Bookworm. But it was time for it to go, and the D6 is a worthy successor. Alright, so this kind of sucked, but at least we got Bookworm out of it. And we will take Empty Vessel, which is insanely good value right now. I forgot we have an infinite supply of battery charges. So, like, we might as well walk it back here and, oh, absolutely good. Throw the mom transformation in there as well. You always know it's a good run when I got a little post-Isaac stretch happening already. So what we're looking for next, and we're not really trying to slow it down too much, but, you know, we want to avoid the Corey principle, but an artificial Corey principle, there's nothing wrong with that. We're going to go to our, well, we're going to take deliberate damage like a fool with our pants on the ground. Devil card is fine. We're going to go to our curse room and hope for some guppy items. Did not come to pass. Ooh, black rune though. And then we're gonna go, and, you know, we have so many battery charges, I can't justify not doing this. Because we're probably gonna ignore a lot of the battery charges that drop in the future, just because Sackboy's kind of tedious. Like, amazing! I'm not trying to downplay its usefulness, but also a little tedious. So, we're gonna grab a few battery charges as necessary, but let's see, we don't want Telepathy for Dummies. We do want Cricket's Head, that's easy enough. No tedium there. Tedium, be the death of me. Don't ever let anybody tell you I only reference songs from the late 90s in my childhood. That's a little Velvet Underground right there. D-A-E. Let's head downwards. A little more coffee couldn't hurt. 100% chance of a deal with the devil here. And this run... Oh, what did I tell you? I mean, I've been around the block in this game. I said got a great chance for that floor to essentially carry the run to greatness. And here we are. Hi, greatness. It's me, Dad. Don't need any more keys. At the same time, I will take infinity keys. Marvel's classic new tie-in. Nah. Alright. I'm ready. Dude, this is kind of like a little bit of a pedestrian win. If we win. Which, honestly, I hate when people... You know, they'll be like, aren't you worried about jinxing yourself? Nah, I'm being honest, alright? I understand if you're watching sports... Let's go, and ooh. Still think it's worth it for the damage, even though it does give us a rate of fire increase, and the same here. Now, again, now we're in kind of a weird state with our HP, but our damage got so much improved that I love that. But, you know, in sports, even if a hockey team or a, you know, I can make this about any sport that you choose, really, but, you know, if your hockey team's up 8-1 in the second period, the odds are they're gonna win, but the commentators will oftentimes avoid saying it. They're like, well, if things proceed on the current course, it looks like the Pittsburgh Penguins are gonna take this series, you know? But I don't think that's necessarily honest in Isaac. You know, we've played this game enough. We know the odds. We're extremely likely to win this run, even with me being a little aggressive on the HP front here. The one thing that I would love to see is just a little bit of Demon Heart action from Maw of the Void. But even then, like, we should get enough Spirit Hearts kind of like ambiently to not have to worry about that too much. Like, I'm not doing that. I won't go to the Cursed Room anymore. Like, we sacked our chance at the Cursed Room being useful for us by giving up so much HP on our last deal with the devil, but certainly not bad. And you're seeing, like, we're just steamrolling the run at this point. This is a great room for making Maw of the Void work for you. Enemies dying real quickly. And you know what? Look at that. 2 Demon Hearts, all of a sudden, feeling real nice. And we actually are going to get Cursed Room access. Surprise, surprise. Skeleton Key, 100% should have rerolled it. Yeah, let's move on. So what I mean to say is this is kind of a pedestrian win, just because it... Well, no. You know what? I'm going to rebuke my own narrative there. I don't think it was a pedestrian win. The only thing is, all the danger was stacked on the first floor. So you might say, you know, this run, in the end, is going to be one of the easiest ones to finish. But it was one of the hardest ones to start. 1 HP, and immediately upon starting, we walked into a room with a mini-boss that could hit us for 1 easily, right? So, I think we gotta own up and say that we actually did a great job on this run, and it's paying dividends later. Again, Hush is like... I'm not just trying to secure the victory, but Hush is also, like, kind of... He's a little boring sometimes. Just being honest. Like Andre 3000 in the Hey Ya music video. Yeah, keep it up. Okay, I'm just like, I'm taking a regular look at, like, what's going on these floors. Just making sure, like, there may come a time where we might want to veer backwards and be like, you know what, slow down. Let's take our opportunity to go back and get some Demon Hearts or something like that. I don't think that's the case right now. If we can get, like, 1 Demon Heart per floor, I don't think anything can stop us at this point. And this is a pretty good example. Now, can I get, like, a definitive yes or no? And, you know, you can tell me, and you've probably told me 20 times. I'm just gonna forget, but I'd like to know right now in the moment. Does Lump of Coal plus Brimstone actually synergize? Because I thought, like, in Flash Isaac, they didn't. And then in Rebirth, they did, and then they changed it or something. Anyway, we want that. We don't want any of these other ones, so we're going to shuffle them. I don't think we need any of these, so we're going to Black Rune for stats. And it seems to me like this probably turned out for the best. Just getting mod charged every room. We don't need it, but I'm happy to have it. Glaucoma. It's going to be another solid victory, and I can't stress enough. You're probably tired of hearing me talk about it. You're like, hey, talk more about A&E. How can a channel that only focuses on intervention and hoarders be called the Arts and Entertainment Channel? It used to be Masterpiece Theater, now it's Masterpiece of Crap. Anyway, that's not... It's probably like my second most watched network. Ooh. I love A&E. Mostly because it's kind of like... It's trash reality TV. But with a veneer of being like, oh, I hope those people get some help. But I think there's a little human part of me that's like... You know, you kind of like watching people whose lives are in a worse position than yours. I don't think that makes me a monster, by the way. This is going to be a... Oh, I thought it was going to be a horrible rate of fire, but no, it's actually still the same. Like, don't front. If you think that, like, I'm the only person who watches Intervention because I'm like, wow, at least I'm not that guy. Like, you feel pity and sympathy on a human level as well. You know, you're like, oh my god, there but for the grace of God go I. You know, the human brain is very weak to addiction. Biological dependency, psychological dependency, etc., etc. But part of the reason you watch addiction, or you watch Intervention is you go, oh man. Lucky me, honestly. Same reason you watch Hoarders. I'm not a monster for saying that the main entertainment value from those shows I think is Schadenfreude. But anyway, now you've gotten me distracted. My whole game plan was to talk about how I'm so good at this video game, and now you've got me admitting to be a terrible person. You're an incredible social engineer. Next, Daniel Giesling. I've said this before. Oh my god. I feel so confident right now in my Isaac play. It's a level of confidence I have not felt in a long time. I feel like we're on the verge of something special. And I don't want to... I mean, it could end in the next episode, right? I don't want to suggest that I don't deserve the credit. But how much... What do you think about just starting your episodes by saying we're never going to lose again? It seems to have an incredible power, the likes of which I've never seen before. It's my accidental mantra. And it's been incredible for me so far. I would recommend it to anybody out there. But also, if you're another streamer or YouTuber and you steal that as your introduction, you'll be hearing from my lawyer. That's my own... I invented that English expression. And I'm heading down to the trademark office immediately to put a patent on life-affirming mantra that means you'll never lose in a video game ever again. Yo, though. Magic mushroom? I don't know why I took that in hindsight, because I'm just going to hit you with the Chaos card, and then, you know, I'm putting this one in the books. You want me to go down to Delirium? I understand. Please leave me a constructive tweet or comment. However, I'm not pulling myself out of the mud with 1 HP against Super Wrath in the very first room just to throw it away for no reason there. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps it a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.